Welcome to AC 24/7 Top Story Countdown. I'm Aaron Dean. Right now, I'm here to guide you through the biggest stories of the day. Here's our pick for number 4.
Jack Driscoll began to notice memory problems and soon learned he has Alzheimer's.
They gave me some tests and said, well, you're going to have it.
Based on the test, Driscoll was able to prepare his family for what they could expect.
I talked to my wife and I talked to my kids and let them know that maybe down the road I wasn't going to be the same as I was then.
Testing for Alzheimer's may soon become much easier. A new study shows that a simple blood test called ALZpath could identify Alzheimer's in people before symptoms start to show.
This may revolutionize the diagnosis of Alzheimer's disease. This blood test, it's going to make it easy and quick to diagnose this condition.
The typical indicator of Alzheimer's in the brain is the buildup of proteins called beta amyloid and tau. Until now, the way doctors looked for those proteins was to use brain scans or spinal taps, but not everyone can get those tests.
PET scans are expensive. They have radiation, thousands of dollars. Spinal taps are, intrusive and, they also cost a lot of money. A simple blood test can democratize care for people and really identify if a person is at risk for dementia before symptoms begin.
The new study shows this blood test, ALZpath, compares well for accuracy with brain scans and spinal taps to be able to detect and possibly predict who has Alzheimer's, even when a person appears to be normal.
Individuals who develop Alzheimer's disease, they develop the pathological changes in the brain up to 20 years before they may show symptoms. So with this test, we can actually see those pathological changes in the blood. So yes, you may be able to capture this well before they develop the symptoms themselves.
According to the Alzheimer's Association, more than 6 million people in the U.S. are living with dementia caused by Alzheimer's, and the number of people affected is projected to double in the U.S. in the next 2 decades. While there is still no cure for Alzheimer's,
when a person is still at the earliest phase, it's called a mild cognitive impairment phase, we now have several FDA-approved drugs that have been shown to have some disease-modifying or disease-slowing effects.
Which makes early detection with this blood test even more critical. Jack Driscoll has this advice to anyone who tests positive.
I would encourage them to keep their life happy as best they can.
The Alzheimer's Association tells CNN it believes this work is very encouraging, but a spokesperson for the association stressed to us that right now this blood test is for use in research only and has not been approved yet by the FDA. And the spokesperson cautioned that further testing of the product is still needed in what he called diverse and representative populations.
The Advocate Channel looks at the world through the lens of equality, community, hope, and inclusion. AC 24/7's Top Story Countdown continues with our producer's pick for number 3.
Home sales took a hit last year, dropping to the lowest levels in 28 years. Just over 4 million homes were sold in 2023. That's a 19% drop from 2022, according to data released last Friday from the National Association of Realtors.
There are simply not enough homes out there.
Home prices, though, hit a record high. The median home sale price last year was $389,800, up 1% from 2022.
It's been a great news for homeowners, but very difficult year for home buyers.
The combination of high sticker prices and fewer homes for sale is making the buyer's market even more competitive, and that's driving down home sales. Yoon says fewer people are putting their homes on the market because they've likely locked in lower mortgage rates.
Homeowners are loving their 3%, 4% mortgage rate and do not want to give that up.
But there is good news. Mortgage rates are starting to come down. The 30-year fixed-rate mortgage averaged 6.60% in the week ending January 18th. That's down from 6.66% the previous week, according to data from Freddie Mac released last Thursday. And more homes usually come on the market in the spring.
We do anticipate more supply to steadily appear this year.
If you are looking to buy a home this year, Yoon recommends staying within your budget. Don't rush a decision. Look for the right inventory. Don't put too many contingencies into the contract, and be flexible on the closing date. That will make you look more attractive to the seller. For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
The Advocate channel is now streaming live on Amazon Prime in the News app. Watch us there or go to advocatechannel.com. AC 24/7 continues with today's top 2 pick.
I will issue a stay.
Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis given a pass for now in a case that threatens to derail her criminal case against former President Donald Trump. On Monday, a Georgia judge put on hold the DA's testimony in the divorce proceedings of her lead prosecutor, Nathan Wade. The testimony sought by Wade's estranged wife, Jocelyn, after allegations of a romantic affair surfaced between Willis and her husband. Do you think that Fani Willis is the cause of this divorce?
Can't say that right now.
But Willis still in the spotlight after court filings from Wade's wife show Nathan Wade's credit card charges for Willis, his boss, to accompany him on at least 2 out-of-state trips.
The main concern is were county funds being misused or converted to personal gain.
Fulton County Commissioner Bob Ellis, a Republican who chairs the county audit committee, opening an inquiry and asking the Fulton DA to turn over contracts with special prosecutors, including invoices and payments.
It's inappropriate for an elected official to be in a romantic relationship with a contractor who they selected.
Now Wade's estranged wife said in a filing she wants to hear from Willis directly. And in the Trump election interference case, a Fulton County judge has ordered Willis to respond to the allegations of a conflict of interest by next week and said he will hold a hearing on the issue February 15th. The controversy prompting Republicans to circulate comments Willis made as she campaigned for the DA's office in 2020.
I certainly will not be choosing people to date that work under me.
So far, Willis has not directly addressed the alleged affair, but recently defended her decision to name Wade the special prosecutor in Trump's Georgia case.
Is it that some will never see a black man as qualified, no matter his achievements?
Jocelyn Wade's attorney saying Willis is trying to hide behind the shield of her position.
I have reason to believe that there is a relationship going on, or else I wouldn't be pursuing this line of discovery. That would be inappropriate.
The Advocate channel is your news source for news, entertainment, and trending stories. We're highlighting the advocates in our community. We have now arrived at our #1 story of the day. Take a look.
It's not only affecting the communities here, it's affecting the people into the interior of the United States.
The Supreme Court is letting Border Patrol remove razor wire along part of the Rio Grande. It's from Operation Lone Star, a Texas initiative to stop migrants from crossing into the U.S. A new report says that effort has cost about $10 billion over the past 3 years.
Your schools everywhere in Texas need this kind of attention. Roads all through Texas need attention, our hospitals, our infrastructure.
We're here under the governor's order in order to protect Texas.
The Biden administration is suing Texas to stop its border efforts. It argues immigration is a federal matter, so the new ruling puts more pressure on Congress to address the crisis.
America's national security begins with securing and maintaining our borders.
Senate negotiators are working on a border security bill. They say a sticking point is how to pay for it. Another issue is that House Republicans are pushing for Trump-era border policies. Some say they won't compromise with Senate Democrats.
We're not there yet, but we'll keep going.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
That's today's countdown. Download the Advocate Channel app on your phone or smart TV. We're also one of Fire TV's newest free live channels. There's more news and entertainment coming up after this break.